Today I'm going to show you the big difference in the pros and cons between rowing for cardio or the Skii erg. There's a few different brands out there. There's knockoffs out there. This one I have is not the main brand because the main brand currently, due to the pandemic and the supply and demand chain is not at equal levels, the main brand is hard to find. So I'm going to show you a link in the description if you're looking for both of these where I found it and they're in stock now. But I'm going to show you the difference. Rowing first. Rowing. Great for longer distances. You'll see that I'll have a heart rate sensor on throughout. The rowing, you can get in the zone. If you get in the zone here and if you get your mind right, you'll have all your best thoughts. Don't be in an area where you're distracted. So if you're doing this in a commercial gym, it might not be the best. I'm doing this where I have my own private area. So I'm probably speaking to someone who wants it for their own home use. This is great if you have no distractions, no kids or anything like that, because you can get in a great rhythm. That's what it's all about, rhythm. Not similar to that is the Skii. It's almost complete opposite. Better for your beast mode workouts. And it's okay if there's distractions because this Skii erg, I should call it the Skii, is best for, and I just got done with it, short bursts, interval training. So you could do bench press and then do a Skii, and then something else and then Skii. Intervals, but you're not going to be on the Skii thing for more than 30 seconds, more than a minute, because your performance will diminish. It requires a much more intensity. There's a selector on all of these, you know, the weird little selector they have from 1 to 9, I'm looking at it now, where you can adjust how the wind resistance from the fan on the inside pushes air out. It makes it harder to push air out, so it's harder, it's more resistance. I prefer it on the easiest setting at the highest intensity. I can go to 9 and you'll see I'll have my heart rate sensor on while I'm doing the Skii. My heart rate doesn't go as high and I don't reach the highest fat burning potential in the type of energy system you're using based on your heart rate level, unless I'm on the lowest intensity with the highest effort. Effort is everything. So I'll have clients and we all measure heart rates, right? We all, see if I can get it down here. We have this heart rate sensor and where we measure how intense an exercise is. And this gives me a lot of feedback because we pump through hundreds and hundreds and thousands of clients, and myself included. We know what works well because I'm just exposed to it all times. When clients put it on the highest setting, they don't burn as many calories. They don't go as intense. And I always tell them, if you're serious, you're gonna go on the lightest setting and you're gonna go all out and give effort, because that's what we're doing. And that's what this machine is best for. It's not good for steady state cardio. Some of the muscles that the Skii will work is your lats right under the arms, those big lats. It's a beast of a muscle, and it's something that, like a pull-up, you're pulling your arm down. That's the first. And then to finish the move, you're working your triceps a little bit. This is more of because once you get it going, there's a momentum and it's not a consistent resistance like a cable stack, but that's the same idea. You're doing an extension, if that makes sense, getting your triceps going. But imagine a ball slam. We grab a medicine ball, right? Boom, slam it on the ground. That's using your core. You'll see how I'm bending my knees on the way down because the whole thing is a big dynamic movement. You'll be incorporating your hamstrings as well, and you'll be surprised it works your butt as well. So the Skii is great for short, intense exercises. I'm a fan of it. If you had to pick between one of the two exercises, got to go with the rower. It's better for everyday use. I hate to say that because the Skii is so valuable in an interval training session. You could do, anyone can do this. Regardless of your setting, give as much effort as you can, 10, 20 seconds at the most. Step back and do a little set of push-ups, right? You let your heart rate is still up. And when you're doing an exercise while your heart rate is still up, that exercise is gonna be so much more effective, and it's killer. Just regular push-ups or squats or burpees, or you wanna get crazy with it, you can pair it with anything. Because it requires, your heart rate being down during exercise is probably the worst thing that you're stuck with in a boring home exercise setting. But with this, hop on it for 10, 20 seconds, that's it. It's gonna get your heart rate to the max if you're giving all your effort. And then as you're doing the other exercises, it trickles down a little bit. And then you can get back on it for 10 or 20 seconds, that's it. So this one is super valuable when it comes to interval training, and that's a style of training I highly suggest for you. It's probably one of the most proven styles to That's another video altogether to get you in shape overall. That's a whole long topic. of how it's the most effective way. The rower, great for, it's the shit. And by that, I mean, it's like a toilet. You know, when you sit on it, your mind gets going, and I'm looking at like projects or my day, or I'm thinking of video ideas. Your mind goes, because there's a rhythm to it. There's such a monotonous rhythm. You get the same intensity, the same rhythm, the same frequency at which you're pulling, right? And I'm going for 6 minutes in this video. 6 minutes. I'm gonna get about 2,000 meters. Any given day, I try to do about 5,000 to 7,000 meters. What is that? 5 miles. I don't know what that comes out to, but 6 minutes I can get 2,000 to 3,000 meters at just a monotonous, but your mind goes, and you come up with great ideas, and you know how valuable this is. It's like jump rope, if you can get a rhythm, or treadmill walking, you get a rhythm, you're not looking at your phone. There's a phone holder, but I use it to watch my heart rate. I have my little app open, my heart rate. I'll put a link in the description where you can find the 2 exact units that I used. Go hit that link. I'm sure you have experience with these. These are super popular now. These were new, and initially they were new. And these are not the main Concept 2, right? Because you can't find those anywhere. Rogue, right? RogueFitness.com. They're always out. Some wait list that I emailed them, and I got not a polite response in regards to how the wait list works, because we wanted to buy 10 or 20. Won't be doing that. But he found it at this link. They sent it out, and it arrived at my place in like 5 days. And it's a big box, and they have to ship it on freight. Yeah, I think we bought 4 of them, so they shipped it via freight, but easy. They sent it to my home address. We got 3 skis, and I only got one of those rowers to test it out, because it's not the main one. It's not the most respected one where you think this is durable. This is some other brand, which I'll put in the link in the description. So I wanted to test it out first before we bought a bunch. Is it reliable? Can I have all of my clients use it and it's not gonna break down crazy? I'll tell you now, this is just as good as any other brand. It's gotta be damn near the exact same thing. So I see some other knockoff ones, they look like the exact same thing. I'm wondering if somehow, so I'm seeing average wear and tear. I mean, we've had them for a while, but I'm willing to buy more. I would buy more, even at the price that these are cheaper than the Concept 2 ones. I'll tell you, and they're not cheap. I think the Skii was $800, and the rower was $800, $799 for both of them. So better than $1,200, where you get them everywhere else, So if you're gonna pick it up as part of, maybe you're buying other things as well, throw it in there. And these 2, rest assured, especially if it's for your singular use, definitely go for it. You're gonna pay $800, you're gonna respect the machine, you're not gonna go, you're not gonna be reckless with it, in which case, of course, any piece of equipment would break down. But give your all, give your effort. The rower is probably, people like to sit down and work out. The Skii requires more effort. So that's at the end of the day, if you could get both, do it. But don't be afraid to buy this brand. If Skii Concept 2 is out, I'll verify that I use them every damn day, and we have hundreds and even thousands of clients that have been using these in a circuit training fashion. So imagine how much use they get. I love them. Every once in a while I have to tell the people the Skii thing. I'm 6'9", so to reach, I have to actually step back, and I can't go all the way up like I want to. And we have some clients, I have a lot of clients somehow, I'm 6'9". We have a lot of clients that are like 4'11". And I love them to death, but why am I getting all the short clients? Anyway, they have to jump. We've even put like a step up platform so people can reach the handles, but every once in a while they let them fly back up, and it makes a noise, and you can only imagine with the plastic, it's like you shouldn't be, be respectful, put them back in place. And the Skii thing, you ever seen in a commercial gym where they're rowing and then they just let go of the handle, and come on, let's be respectful. Respect the machines, and these ones will last you. I've put them through more than enough use, and I think, I can imagine I put them through over a year's worth of use for anyone else, 2 years worth of use for anyone else in the last 4 months that I've had them. Lots and lots of use, because we have so many clients using them in an interval fashion. So I can co-sign that, I would buy more, and I will buy more. This is my advice to you, and there's a slight difference between the 2. I have a Rogue bike right next to me. I was gonna include in this video. That thing, I use as equally. Probably more than the two, just because sitting on a bike, you can use your phone. So it's the monotonous thing, right? I got my legs going as part of the warm up, you know, especially in the cold season. It's the warm season now. So I don't use the bike as much, but I use a rower more as I got out in the sun with my shirt off. And the Skii even more, because I want to shred, you want to cut the fat. So I'm going at a higher intensity, and you're trying to really push it and trying to cut the fat off. It's not going to be on the bike. You know, you can do sprints on the bike, that's fun, but sitting and doing some intense exercise is a little tricky. But the Skii thing, you can, yeah, I don't like the erg part, the erg, Skii, just the Skii, okay? Great to pair with other exercises, better for your beast mode workouts on this hand. The other one, great for steady state cardio. My heart rate can get pretty high with that thing, and for a long period of time. So have it in the sun, get your thoughts right, get both if you can, that's my suggestion. Otherwise, you guys, that's just an overview of my thoughts on these two pieces.